A lot of things happened last night. Like it was crazy in Biggie's house. A lot of gossip, guys. A lot of lots and lots of gossip. Honestly, these housemates, in fact, this housemate, I don't know what I will call them. In fact, somebody said is a coven. They are not happy that Liema was not disqualified. All these things they are doing is just a kind of lip service, like because guys, can you believe that as at midnight, I know I slept around to 1. As at midnight, this housemate was like, they formed the round table. In fact, just watch to the end of this video. I'm going to give you guys a lowdown of everything that happened in the night. Okay, last night, let me start from Makeke and Yolanda. They were just like, talking, having some, I don't know what kind of moment I'll call that one. Makeke was calling Yolanda his future wife. Yolanda was saying, no, she's this type of person. She's not going to contribute. And, they got talking. From there, they started talking about intimate things. Oh, seriously, they were just talking about intimate things, how it feels, how this one, how that one. They were just like Yolanda was saying, when a guy does this one, he gets to my uterus. Is guys, these are not things I will say. So they were just like, talking, and the way she was just falling on his body at a time, I said, okay, who knows? Maybe these ones want to start a ship. Maybe this ship is actually going to favor them. So after the whole talking and the gisting, like, okay, it was time for food because Lerato was the one that, cooked. So she had already put the food out, their pap, their stew, whatever. So she called on the housemates to come eat, and that was how they kind of separated. So when Makeke took he actually went, and him and Papa Ghost sat out at the garden, and they were just like talking and eating there. Guys, guess what they were discussing about? They started talking about Yolanda. Meanwhile, Yolanda was with I think Mish. Yes, she was just with Mish there, so they were talking and referring to her. They were just like, this one, this one. They said, she's a traitor. Papa Ghost said, no, that girl is too much. Did you know she tried to kiss me? That was Papa Ghost. Papa Ghost said, try to. Like the rumor we were hearing, she kissed, but Papa Ghost said, try to. So they were just like talking about her, how she's this, she's that. And so Makeke was like, can you imagine that the pool party, she was drunk and she actually wanted to, kiss him, and he was like, no, do you do this one when you're drunk? Tomorrow, before somebody will say I took advantage of you, I said, no, you can't do that. Let's just wait until when you're sober. So he still went and met Yolanda, when she was like in her cool mood. I said, yeah, but you wanted to kiss me that day. So and Yolanda was like, So the guy said, okay, if he had done that, that very day, the narrative would have been, okay, you took advantage of me because I was drunk. So they just, talking about, then Lerato walked in. Lerato walked in with her Papa Goes. They just had some cool time and they stayed talking. In fact, there was a shocking thing Lerato said. Lerato said that she's sensing lots of promiscuity in the coming weeks. Like, like the girls are kind of lonely, they don't have anybody, that with time you will see that girls would like be having an affair with their fellow girls. And they were just talking, and that was when Papa Goes and Makeke, we are not like, okay, before then Papa Goes was like advising Makeke against Yolanda, that no, 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 no. Papa Goes was just like telling him, you're like my brother, like this one is my own. It seems they're from the same area or what. So that the guy should be careful, and he just be very careful what he's doing. And they talked about some things. They mentioned Willie, how Willie is not with anyone. Today is Fahima, tomorrow is Sammy Abi Sammy B, yeah. So they were just like, talking generally, talked about Jerry. So when Lerato said that, so they said, because can you imagine the weird things they saw? You can see a girl kissing, the other time Mpumi was with Fahima. People are like, is it that they are by ex, or are they lesbians or what? I don't just know. So Lerato said, in the coming weeks that is going to be more because being in this house, okay, yeah, they were just there having their discussion. Then that was Yolanda and Mish too talking. Then it moved on to Taki and Neil. They were just Taki and Neil were just talking about their live, talking about, discussing about the whole thing happening in the house. They were like, they are even getting tired already. Like the house, there is nothing really serious happening in the house other than gossip here and there. People did this person did that, and all that. So, both of them. So we were like, okay, maybe they look good together. They were just like, just talking, general talk. And so we felt okay, they had eaten, probably they will go to sleep. Meanwhile, that was Liema, my baby, and Macjuniour. So they were just at would I call it that, their laundry area or the workshop area. So they were just like talking, and Macjuniour said, okay, today, that's Saturday, I'll be Sunday night. So Liema was like, okay, pinky promise. Magina said, don't look at me with that eye. Like, he's kind of blushing, like, please don't just give me those sexy eyes. Like, so meanwhile, Jared was just standing, looking like, because Liema was trying to like avoid him, like, please, I don't want anymore. This guy has caused me lots of drama. I don't just want. So she was trying to, but Jared still like be following her up and down. And guys, yesterday I would say that Jared was, even from when they played the games, the way he wasn't really concentrating. By the time he took the sushi, whatever, it fell off his hand. You guys need to see the way he dumped the drumstick or whatever that. Yeah, I think the drumstick. If you guys need to see the way he dumped it. So he knew he was just going to be disqualified from the game. And after that, he was just not himself. He was just avoiding Els and Mpumi, and just following Liema here and there. And Liema was trying to avoid him. So after speaking with Macjuniour, we felt okay. Then, but I said, is Liema trying to use Macjuniour to like get rid of this guy Jared, or she's just trying to like use Macjuniour to like get over everything? But finally, we still saw them together. Jared had called her to come help him with pedicure, so she was like filing his toenails, and trying to get them done. And and Jared told her the hands too. So that was just them there doing it. But you could sense that I don't feel anything for this guy anymore. So that was Z and young Papi. They were just there talking. And you guys, young Papi seems like he's playing a game. Like all of them. In fact, I don't think, apart from Lerato and Papa Ghost, I don't think we have any other genuine stuff there. So now the cameraman still showed where Lerato was now advising Makeke. Initially she said, when they were in the kitchen, she was like, Makeke and Yolanda are speaking, that their voice have gone low, maybe, probably. So she was just like talking to Makeke about Yolanda, that Makeke is not, if Makeke is able to calm her down, she's loud, she's this, if Makeke will be able to tame her, blah, blah, but he was still advising Makeke about how she behaves. And I don't know if Yolanda is a mom, but there was something she was saying, said, it's not everybody, she was just talking that, it's not everybody that pays attention to themselves. Okay, that some persons would rather spend their money anyhow. And so, guys, and these other persons were just on their own. Later, they now assembled, because that night I saw some of them still eating. Later, they now assembled, though. It was, would I call it a coven assembly or what? Guys, okay, before then, the girls were just there. Pale, Sammy, what's this one's name? Els, Mile, Mpumi. So they were just talking general talk, talking about their relationships, talking about how they are being treated by guys and all that. So they talked about how, Pale was just like talking and talking, like she gets this kind of treatment from guys, how they take care of her, blah 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 blah. She's just talking whether it's true or not true, we don't know. Then else too was just saying how a guy like um deceived her, said he was going to get lunch for her at a time, but he didn't see. They were just talking, but it was just Tammy that like she hasn't really been lucky. She doesn't really have the guys that really spend on her, kind of. Okay, so they were just talking and talking. So after Liema had finished with Jared, she still came there to join them. Then else came. I felt she wasn't really comfortable when else came, and like she didn't really fit in into that discussion. She just stood up and left like she was going to sleep. So they still continued. Neo and Taki came down, joined them. And you guys know Pale with food now. So they were still like, I don't know what they were eating. And she was still talking about baking. This thing was already into midnight. So that was Lerato again with Sinaye. So Lerato was just talking about this situation with Sinaye, and Lerato was like telling Sinaye, "Guy, there is a life after here." Lerato was like, Sammy was in the kitchen, so Lerato was like, "Ah, no, 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 no." She doesn't even give a hoot about all the girls in the house. She doesn't have anything at all to do with them. These girls in the house, that they are nothing. They are. But guys, seriously, these housemates, I bow head for Nigeria. All these housemates, I've not seen anyone that will say like. See, because even from the way they are talking, when Mpumi talks, she was like, when she goes to her house, she doesn't really spend much time. I seen an hour to, she gives them what she brought, and off she goes. Like, the house is overcrowded. She doesn't want to sleep in a couch, and you could see that most of them are just like streets, like hustlers on their own. But because I never even see babe where be like say tech apart from like Liema, the um I'm looking at Mile, I'm looking at some of them, but you could see the others are just. And guys, another thing, that last night, to bet was wahala. They couldn't bet with cold water because like there wasn't hot water. They were just like feeling so comfortable, sleeping like that. Before you know, they've already changed in their pajama. God. So and Fahima was the one that did laundry. Guys, gist plenty. This parlor is a gossip. Fahima did sorry, she was the one that would clean the kitchen, wash the plate. Like Lerato had asked her to do that. It's like she didn't really feel okay. Probably maybe the way Lerato assigned the work to her. So Pala came to the kitchen, met her, said, "Are you okay?" She said, "Yeah, she's fine." Say she doesn't really look like herself. Is there anything bothering her? Fahima said, "No." Pilot was like, okay, if she really needs someone to talk to, she can come talk to her. And I said, God, this one is looking for gossip to carry. Oh, seriously, she's looking for gossip. So, that was Lerato again and Sinaye. So when Sinaye was like, Lerato told him, 10 years relationship is not beans and there is life after the house. She was like, she doesn't even think that after the house, she's going to like still continue with some persons. Even Neo said the same thing. There is only few persons after the house. She's not going to like keep up with that friendship and all that. So Neo was like, yeah, they are here to play a game, but it's not just the game. You can still build connections and people long lasting thing. The same thing Taki said too, that it's not just all about, at least there are some persons you can still like outside the house, build connections with and have a good friendship out there, though not for everyone. So that was when Lerato told her, they were like, Z is a sly and blah blah blah. So Lerato said no, he doesn't want to do anything stupid, but he just wants to be there so that it won't be like he's not playing the game or be like he's just like isolating himself, but he's not going to do anything stupid with anyone. He's not just going to try it. So, and Lerato was not advising him, to like Z is playing a game, let him not just fall for it and all that. But guys, keeping them in that confined space comes with a lot of things, lots and lots and lots of things. So guys, it was just all about gossip nights. Then that was Fahima and Willie and who again? Was it like Mish that walked in? So they were like just getting ready to sleep, and they hadn't bed. So when Willie was like, he really needs to bed, but the cold water thing. Finally, Sinaye told them there was hot water, and they were like, oh, they need to go shower. They can't sleep without showering. But guys, this housemaid know the bed like Naija, BB NAIJA housemaid like every night to see everybody. Forget seriously. These housemates now, I don't even know where people got them from. These ones, they know meet up really. I just believe after the show. So finally, you guys, I slept around to one. Abi, these people were still having round table meeting. Pale, others still came down to join them. Pale, Mpumi, Els, um, Taki, Neo, Macjuniour was there. And okay, it was young Papi that left. Because when they start talking about Jerry Liema, I said, must everything be about Jerry Liema? When they start talking about Jerry Liema, they start talking about the whole stuff that happened. Though before then, Els was like, it's like Sinaye called Els and was like, wanted to hear from Els. So Els was like giving Sinaye the lowdown of everything that were transpired. Okay. So now she had just, giving him the lowdown, everything that she doesn't owe Liema loyalty. It was Liema that did Daisy, that did the other one. But my question is, why must it be Jared? Why must it be Liema's? Or just for because they don't like her, so they just want to like do anything that will make her cry. And they said it because when they were now talking, saying they felt she was going to be disqualified. They started talking about the whole thing. They brought back the whole scenario again, how it started. Trust Pale with gossip now. Pale, Pale is their roommate, sleeps is in the same room. That before that thing, they were just in the room. Liema went to Jared, are you okay? Jared said, yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine, bro. I'm blah, 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 blah. Next thing, two of them still having all moments again. Before you know it, they came out. That was when Jared now kissed Mpumi else, and she was like, she doesn't really even give a before the whole thing now. Um, will I say the war broke out between herself and Mpumi, and all that. So so, like I was saying, guys, the problem is that they don't like Liema. So, anybody that Liema is with, and when they were all just talking, I was like, okay, else, imagine you were the one with Jared. Would you have tolerated all this? Imagine it was Mpumi with Jared. So, they were like, Mpumi said that guy looks like an arrogant guy, though, blah, blah, blah. They were not like saying, Jared is this, he could be worse outside. And, later, they were like, they thought Biggie was going to show them the kissing scene. You need to see Mpumi was like, oh, she wish Biggie showed that so that Liema would cry. And then she now did that sign like, God, I said, can you imagine? At this point, Liema, you should be very, very careful because forget, Liema, baby, Liema, they don't just like you at all because they are seeing her now as competition. And people are saying, even Jared himself is like trying to come closer to Liema because like he's coming to understand that it's like this girl is the game because nobody knows what she discussed with Biggie, the diary section. Nobody knows what Biggie told her. Nobody know what they talked about. And it seems she's playing the game, trying to mingle with them, but she's still quite very young. But all of them, apart from Els, they say it's 21. But the kind of thing she says, even me at my old age, I've not really experienced. The kind of people are like, Els is too young for the kind of things she like, the kind of experiences she's had with men, and she's too young for all those things. So they were all just talking, Taki, Neo, Shuenza. Then Macjuniour was there, and I said, I'm happy that Macjuniour was there. He didn't leave. At least all the lowdown, let him get all the gist because I believe he's still going to talk to Liema about all these things. Maybe probably tell her you have to be careful, you have to know whom you're dining with. And guys, let me tell you, today is Saturday. Everybody's anticipating Saturday night party. Yes, Biggie has already given her the punishment. So it keeps her so busy because we don't know what these people are planning. Since Saturday is all about Yeah, that reminds me. Lerato said she wished the punishment would be like, don't drink in the house for like so at least, because once they take this their alcohol, it takes them off this cloud. Like they go to cloud 10. I don't know where they go to, and you see them misbehave. So lots of them are still anticipating this night. Probably Jared is going to like misbehave, but Mpumi has come to say she's sensing lots of promiscuity, lots of things in the house in the next 2 weeks. And guys, I don't, these people, they have this LGBT community. So like, you can see somebody like Shuenza. You won't even believe Shuenza is a boy. His build is like a girl. He dresses like, he talks like, so, like, it's not like where you say you have only, like in BBNAIJA house. I don't think we've seen all this LGBT. Is so now they have all this LGBT. So what Lerato is saying, that we should expect more. We could be seeing Lele, we could be seeing Gigi, we could be seeing a lot of things in the house like in the next 2 weeks. Nobody knows. That's how, guys, they still have like 10 weeks to go, and we don't know. We don't know. And it's like they are thinking, some of them are thinking that the only way you can survive in Biggie's house is by forming a ship. Somebody said that by being in a relationship. I think it was Papa Ghost, but that's not the only strategy. And he even said, had it been if not Lerato, he doesn't even think he would have like, in short, guys, it's a lot. It's a lot. This thing I'm telling you is something like I watched for close to 2 to 3 hours. Like I just tried to like summarize the whole stuff. So if you've watched to this point, thank you so much. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Let me know what you guys feel in the comment. You think it's best for Liema to avoid Jerry, like avoid this boy and play her game, and let me know what you guys feel. Bye.